beam supposedly recovered from the World Trade Centers on 9/11, or from the 9/11 attacks. Well, nothing too out of the unusual, other than these extreme bends here with no heat damage. If this isn't cocky, I don't know what is. Being just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know of any other relics such as this. Was this affected by the directed energy weapon? Evidence proven by Dr. Judy Woods, many others. Who knows? Who knows where it really came from? Is there proof? Can we even prove that it came from the World Trade Center? Probably not, no longer at this point, but. And this right here, you can see this would have snapped off of something. However, the damage which would have been caused for something like this isn't here. Maybe it rusted away. Weird. You can see some transmutation going on. There seems to be other metals popping through here. You can see clearly here that it's almost as if it was turning into something else here. This could just be weathering, of course, so I'm not gonna get too excited over anything like that, even though it looks like odd weathering and the patterns are completely inconsistent, which makes little sense as well. But it seems as if most of that does happen to be around the parts that broke off. I mean, there is no rust in certain areas whatsoever. None. Certain areas are just perfectly shining through. The rust patterns are bizarre on here. Super inconsistent and not a whole lot of it, considering this beam is 20 years old now almost. Just being weathered to death. No one trying to take care of it any way, shape, or form. Not sure if this would have been directly affected, as I don't see a whole lot of evidence for directed energy or anything like that. Yeah, it's bizarre looking. This looks to be what would this have been used for? Obviously this was connected to something, but look at these bends without cracking. I mean, how in the world do you bend like that without cracking the steel? That is a little strange. I mean, I guess maybe if there was enough heat, but wouldn't that destroy it? You see like evidence for melting, but in order to get this hot, if this was hot enough, then there would be melting everywhere else too. I don't think you could get it hot enough to melt here while having stress everywhere else without that heat transferring over and bending the crap out of something else. The structural damage on this thing is very strange. Here, bizarro separation here. Not sure you would get that from twisting out this way. You think you would get more of a reaction on the inside cutting in. This looks like it's proper for bending it up here. This is the one that maybe because it was placed up against here, so it was braced. That could have been the reason why. But again, nothing too evidential here, so I guess, like I said, it's cocky. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Bird poop, of course, so no reason to try to finger examine that. But again, look, there's rainbowing. Some of the steel is rainbowing. Maybe that was from the original. Oh, wait, no, that wouldn't be from the original process. That is just almost looks like a fungus is growing here. Could be from all the bird poop, maybe. Very weird bluing. Maybe the protective coating was still on here and it's just wearing off. I don't know. I think they're electroplated or something like that. But it doesn't look like it. It does look like it's just new metal, new material of some kind. Because why would it be here and no protection anywhere else? So I don't know if anybody knows anything about this kind of stuff. Maybe it is natural, maybe it's just freaking normal and they picked the right bean. Either way, weird. But this is just sitting here, and I kind of thought it was, even from a distance. It almost looks like steel molding. I mean, there's just weird colorations going on here. See the weird different material. See what I mean? Like glass. It's almost glassy. That is weird. That is weird. That is weird. Well, no, I guess you kind of have some of that here where I was talking about the protective layer, possibly. That makes sense, or maybe? Who knows? I don't know enough about these kinds of materials. Weathering and heat. What happens to it with heat. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video.